The roads are an incredibly dangerous place. Now, I'm not just talking about the immediate physical dangers of being on the road, but I'm also talking about the emotional and the psychological. You see, every time you get in the car, you are judged not only on how you drive, but also on what you drive. And there is no car nor car driver in Australian society that receives more judgment and more ridicule on our roads than that of the Camry or the Camry driver. Let's not beat around the bush. Camrys cop a fair bit. They're too slow, they're all over the road, white goods on wheels, even some racial stereotypes in there as well. With all that baggage, you'd think that the Camry was a very bad car. Well, this is a 2008 Toyota Camry Altise. Now, it may be a generation old, but there's still so many of these on the road, and that makes it the perfect test case for us to take for a spin and find out whether it really is such a terrible car, or whether society is simply too harsh on the humble old Toyota Camry. So let's start with the negatives. One, it handles a bit like a boat. There's a massive dead patch on center in the steering, which means that I can do that, and the car pretty much maintains a straight line, which isn't fantastic. The steering isn't particularly direct, nor communicative, nor delivering anything in feel and feedback. Not only that, the handling, it's not very confidence inspiring. I'm on Mackars Creek Road in Sydney's north, which is a beautiful driving road of winding twists and turns, and I've never really driven in a car, which has made it not fun to drive on. Until I drove this car. Which means I'm perfectly happy to cruise along here under the speed limit at 55, which is annoying the hell out of that BMW behind me.
Come on! Come on! Bloody Camry drivers!
Not only that, the engine, the 2.4 litre 4-cylinder, it's not particularly fast nor slow, but it does sound pretty whiny. It's got an ancient 4-speed automatic transmission. I won't dwell on that too much, considering the car was built in 2008 when that was a lot more standard. But let's call a spade here. For all those negatives I've just listed, the Camry outsells the Six, the Liberty, the Accord, the Falcon, so it can't all be that bad, can it? Well, there's a lot to love about the Camry depending on what you're after. Yes, I'm aware I just said there's a lot to love about a Camry, but bear with me. It's a very comfortable car. It's soaking up bumps really nicely on this trip, and it's actually a very decent highway cruiser because it's very quiet inside and it's very well insulated with not much road or tyre noise. Not only that, it's a very spacious and airy cabin. The rear seat legroom is plenty, and you can definitely ferry around 5 adults in a lot of comfort. And with the 17-inch Orion wheels, there are some angles the car doesn't actually look half bad from. And the boot is also quite large, big enough for a proper English breakfast. What's the space like in there, Theo?
Smashing!
So not only is there enough room for a tea party in the boot, but then there's also the fact that this is, after all, a Toyota Camry. And what does that mean? It means that this car is likely to be here longer than the human race. And that durability, reliability and solidity is nothing to sneeze at, and also perhaps why so many Camry drivers are so relaxed on the road. So despite its lack of any immediate charisma and personality, the Camry is still a very decent car in its own special sort of way.